when you choose to share part of your private life publicly, it comes with the territory. So you just have to, in some ways, you have to learn how to develop a thicker skin.
Yep.
And when I'm pregnant, there was not going to be any amount of stress, anything that was going to take me away from what I was supposed to do, which is grow this child healthy inside of me. I love this podcast, and I love what you do and what you stand for, and it's why we come here. It's why we appeared on Black Love, and I'm going to tell you why what you do is so important. As a history, I want you to think about historically in this country, how Black love was not just not celebrated, but white slave owners did everything they possibly could do to prevent it from happening. It is why Black people were not allowed to marry, because they knew if Black men married and had families, they would want to fight for their wives and their children. They knew if Black people married and had families, they would start building generational wealth. They knew the strength that would come from community, that would come from Black marriages. That's why they tried to stop it. But we as a people decided we're going to find a way to celebrate our Black love. So it's been historically consistent in this country that Black love has been torn down and torn apart. I do not see how you can be a Black blogger, a Black YouTuber, and create content that attacks healthy Black love and marriages. You are actually doing the work of the white slave owners, what they tried to do when they tried to stop Black love and tear it apart and disparage it. So what you do on the opposite end of that, because I know there's an appetite for negativity, right? Gossip is more entertaining than the truth. But what you do on the other side of it, when you celebrate it, when you say your goal is to build more Black marriages, encourage people to get married, give them the tools, because when you get married, you need the tools to succeed. When you say that is your job, that is your mantra, that is what you want to do, this is the content that we should be supporting. This is the content that we should be celebrating. This is the content that we should be escalating, because it is about, when you talk about Black marriage, you're talking about surviving in a world that did not want you to exist. So we thank you for this platform. We thank you for what you do, and we thank you for the legacy that you are going to create with what you're putting out into the world.
I can't say that.
And that extends to the entire Black family. Us being separated from our children, but us celebrating the birth of our children. You got to be pretty unhappy to attack, moms having babies, all of that. Tabitha Brown was probably one of the most gracious in addressing negativity. And we probably all can take a page from her book and pray for people when we see things, because we don't sit back and read and take in all of that stuff into our spirit. But if you just happen to roll over it, because I've Googled Kenny Lattimore once before, and I said, I'll never do that again. But I said, oh, God, who is that person?
Well, they say don't Google your name for whatever reason.
Don't Google your name, y'all.
He said, who is that person?
I saw so many stories. I was like, I don't know who that person is. We have the same name. A little bit of the same history. You got my picture up there, but I was like, I don't know who that is. But ultimately, pray. When you see people make statements that are just so heinous and evil, actually pray for them. Actually pray. I know we say, well, I know you say we Christians and we say these wonderful things about ourselves in concept. But if we can actually do in real time the things that we know we should or that we could do, it's going to make a huge difference.